What if I told you that you might have already met your soulmate and didn't even recognize them? We imagine love as fireworks and dramatic signs, but the truth is, when the right person enters your life, it often feels ordinary, yet deeply aligned with your destiny. If you've been waiting, wondering, or doubting whether true love exists, this message will change how you see everything. Have you ever asked yourself, what if I've already met my soulmate, and I didn't even recognize them? We often imagine love as sparks flying, butterflies erupting, or some big cinematic moment. But the truth is, when life brings the person meant for your journey, it doesn't always look dramatic. In fact, it often feels ordinary, yet deeply aligned with your purpose. If you've been praying, waiting, or even doubting whether true love will ever come your way, this message is for you. Because the answer you're searching for may not be far off in the future. It may already be in motion right now. The question isn't if the universe is working. The question is, will you recognize it when it's revealed? Today, I want to share with you 4 powerful ways life introduces you to your soulmate, often without you realizing it. And by the end, I believe you'll walk away with peace, clarity, and confirmation for the season you're in. Number 1, life prepares you before they arrive. Before the right person enters your life, you first go through a season of preparation. To the universe, love is not just about chemistry, it's about alignment. It's not just about late-night talks and butterflies. It's about purpose, growth, and destiny. A soulmate is not just someone who makes you feel good. They are someone who will build with you, grow with you, and walk beside you in alignment with your highest potential. That's why life won't just give you a person. It prepares your heart to carry that person well. Think of your heart as soil. A wise gardener doesn't scatter seeds on rocky ground. He first breaks the ground, removes weeds, and clears away stones so the soil can actually produce fruit. That's exactly what life does with us. Before planting something sacred, it tills the soil of your soul. It pulls out weeds from past relationships, breaks hardened places of betrayal, and removes the stones of disappointment and loss. Because here's the truth. Love cannot take root in unprepared soil. No relationship, no matter how promising, can flourish in an unhealed heart. And this is where so many people get frustrated. Preparation rarely feels like love. It often feels like delay. But that delay is not denial. It is divine alignment. Life is saying, I care about you too much to give you something you're not ready to carry. Consider the story of Adam in ancient scripture. Before his partner was introduced, Adam already had his identity, purpose, and fulfillment. He wasn't lonely. His soul was already satisfied. When Eve came, she didn't complete him. She complemented him. That's the blueprint. If you skip this season of preparation, you risk dragging unhealed baggage into something new. You might settle out of loneliness and call it love. And what begins with promise may end in pain. But if you embrace the waiting, if you allow life to heal you, you'll be prepared for a relationship that is not just exciting, but eternally impactful. So remember this, life is not punishing you by making you wait, it is preparing you. Number 2, your paths cross in unexpected ways. When life introduces you to your soulmate, it rarely follows your plans. It works through divine purpose, not your preferences. The world may call it coincidence or luck, but the universe calls it providence. Some of the people you've already met or are about to meet are not accidents. They are divine appointments, orchestrated not by your striving, but by cosmic alignment. Think of the story of Ruth from ancient wisdom. Scripture says, as it turned out, she was working in a field belonging to Boaz. On the surface, it looked like chance. But nothing just happens when the universe is involved. Ruth wasn't even looking for a husband. She was simply serving her family. She was walking in purpose. And her purpose became the pathway to a life-changing connection. That's the principle. Life introduces your soulmate while you are walking in your purpose. Ancient wisdom says, the steps of a good person are ordered. Notice it says steps, not standing still. The universe guides people who are in motion, people who keep serving, growing, and evolving even when they can't see the full picture. Maybe it's that unexpected job opportunity, that volunteer position, or even that move to a new city. What feels ordinary may actually be divine choreography. So don't despise where you are. Don't overlook what feels small. Because sometimes your soulmate shows up while you're simply doing what life asked of you. Number 3, your soulmate strengthens your purpose. A divinely ordained relationship is not just about emotions, it's about elevation. A true soulmate doesn't just stir your feelings, they build your future. One of the clearest signs someone may be meant for you is that your relationship draws you closer to your highest self, not further away. In ancient scripture, Abraham's servant prayed for guidance to find Isaac a wife. Before he even finished praying, Rebecca appeared. She wasn't just attractive, she was an answer to prayer. Here's the lesson. A soulmate will align with what you've prayed for, not push you to compromise your values. If you have to hide your dreams, mute your calling, or tolerate toxicity just to keep them, that's not alignment, that's distraction. Look at Priscilla and Aquila in ancient texts. They weren't just spouses, they were kingdom builders. They taught wisdom, hosted gatherings in their home, and traveled together spreading truth. Their relationship wasn't built only on compatibility but on shared spiritual vision. That's what the universe intends. Not just romance, but purpose. Not just butterflies, but building something meaningful together. So ask yourself, does this relationship draw me closer to my best self or farther away? Because when life sends the right person, they won't weaken your purpose, they will strengthen it. Number 4, life confirms through trusted voices. Finally, when a relationship is truly ordained, confirmation doesn't stay only between you and that person. Life often uses trusted counsel to affirm what's already being spoken to your heart. Ancient wisdom says, where there is no guidance, people fall, but in an abundance of counselors, there is safety. Look at scripture. Rebekah's family blessed her union with Isaac. Boaz sought the approval of elders before marrying Ruth. In both cases, the relationships weren't just privately confirmed, they were publicly affirmed through trusted authority. This doesn't mean you need everyone's approval, but it does mean life often provides confirmation through wise voices who care about your destiny, not just your feelings. If mature people who walk in wisdom sense peace about your relationship, that's significant. If they feel caution, pay attention. Their warning may be life's protection, a word for the waiting heart. Maybe you've been waiting, praying, and wondering if love is even part of your story. Let me encourage you. The universe is not withholding love from you. It is refining it. You don't have to chase what heaven is arranging. You don't have to settle out of loneliness. And you don't have to compromise your values to feel wanted. The person meant for you will meet you in your purpose, not your panic. You will not have to beg for their attention or lose yourself to earn their affection. And when the time comes, it won't just feel right. It will be right. Because what the universe orchestrates, it also sustains. If this message resonated with you, drop a comment that says, I trust the timing. Not because waiting is easy, but because you're choosing to believe that what's meant for you won't miss you. Hit that subscribe button because we drop content every week for people who are ready to align with relationships that actually elevate their lives. Share this video with someone who's been waiting for love. Someone who needs to know that their soulmate might already be in motion. They just haven't recognized it yet. Click the video on your screen about building self-love before finding partnership. It's the perfect foundation for attracting the relationship you truly deserve. Remember, the right person won't require you to shrink or compromise who you are. They will celebrate your purpose, strengthen your growth, and walk beside you. Stop forcing connections that require you to dim your light. Start trusting that life is preparing something far better than anything you could orchestrate on your own. Your soulmate isn't just coming, They're being prepared just like you are. And when your paths finally cross, it will be by divine design. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay patient, stay committed to your growth, and remember, love finds you when you're being you.